Today we're talking about, do women care about looks? A lot of guys, they honestly get this wrong. They don't understand that they're being told the wrong things. So guys, understand that women do care about looks. I'm going to talk about it throughout this video. I'm going to try giving you guys my best own personal opinion about why that is. But the thing is, everybody cares about looks just in general. It's going to be anything that you can apply to your life. This can be just something that you're looking at and you care about the way how it kind of looks. You have some sort of opinion, and the thing you got to understand is people are always constantly judging things. They're always evaluating and making an observation, then they're making a decision based off of it. Whether you guys realize that consciously or subconsciously, you're always observing things and you're always making a decision. Oh, this is like that, this is like this. So I'll be giving you guys a little bit of a backstory as well, things that you'll notice, and this is going to be going based off my personal experience, why I say women care about looks. So to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, so this was, I'm going to say, probably like 6 months ago. Essentially, we ended up going to this restaurant. It was me, my buddy, my other buddy, and then his chick, and then I also took my chick as well. And we ended up going to a steakhouse. We were eating there, having dinner and all that, and then the following day, me and my chick, we started talking about the previous night. I was like, oh, I noticed this person checking me out. I was like, it was kind of a little bit random. And she's like, oh yeah, I saw somebody checking you out. I was like, oh yeah, when did you see that? And pretty much she said that she saw some chick checking me out when I was coming back from the restroom, because essentially I think I went to go wash my hands or something like that. But essentially she observed that this chick was just like staring at me, and just like, you know, I caught her attention. And that wasn't the one that I noticed that was checking me out. It was after we paid for the meal, we were heading out, I was walking past, I think it was a server or something like that. And you know, this is something that I'll notice, like women have become more smiley with me. So we're walking past, and essentially I saw her give me like a smile, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, this chick views me as attractive. And the reason why I say that is because now that I have put more mass, I have increased my looks, in my opinion. I have noticed women essentially check me out more, and it's just something that you'll kind of observe and all that, is that they'll actually start checking you out and they'll smile at you a whole lot more. This was something that pretty much wasn't happening when I was on the lighter side, but now that I put on more mass, I view myself as more attractive. I have more muscle just overall. And as you guys will understand, women, well, they'll pick up off of confidence, whether how you display yourself, the way how you dress. There's so many factors that come into play that women will just observe you, just, you know, if they view you somewhat attractive. If you're not attractive, they'll just walk completely past you. They won't even pay attention to you. You won't even catch their attention, and you know, they won't even think twice. So now that I have put on more mass, the other thing I was going to mention is, so like the dating apps and all that. So when I was on the lighter side, I would get matches here and there. I wouldn't get a whole lot of matches, but as I started putting on more and more mass, and then also I started taking better pictures, I noticed I started getting more matches. And then on top of that, I noticed women just reaching out more often. But then again, this is just going based off of my own personal opinion, my own personal experiences. This is going to be different from a person to person basis, just because your living situation, different geographies. This was something that actually I did on Tinder, so I ended up getting, I think, like the premium, and then I put myself on, I don't know, some part somewhere else than where I live, and I noticed I was getting way more matches than my typical location, which I found a little interesting. So something to take into consideration, depending where you live at, certain people will find you attractive more than other areas. So there's tons and tons of things that come into play. But going back to, do women care about your looks and all that? Of course they do. Anybody that tells you otherwise, that they don't care about looks, they're pretty much, you know, they're fluffing it up, they're telling you the complete wrong thing. They do care about looks. You got to understand that a lot of people, they judge things based off the appearance of the cover. So even the saying that says don't judge a book by its cover, you know, that has some meaning to it. Of course, it's the story that's interesting, it's the most important part. A lot of people don't ever read the story or pick up that book that is really interesting. They go based off of the cover of the book, they judge it, and then they make their decision based off of that. They're like, oh, this book looks interesting based off the title, based off of the artwork, or whatever it is. So that's pretty much you being attractive, you displaying yourself with the right type of clothing. I mean, in my personal opinion, if you get really into shape, you increase your looks, you increase your confidence, the clothing doesn't really matter too much. But if you add the clothing, it's an extra benefit. It's that added bonus that you pretty much add to yourself. So going back to that book, the book with the perfect title and then the perfect cover, you know, it's going to get picked up and then it's going to get read, and people are going to understand, oh, okay, you know, this is a good story or it's a bad story. So you got to present yourself really good, and a lot of guys, they don't understand this. They're letting themselves go, they're not working out, which, you know, if they're happy with that, you know, that's cool. As long as you're happy at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But in my personal opinion, I like myself to be attractive, and there's several reasons as to why I like that. I like that little extra added confidence of, hey, you know, people view me as attractive, and then on top of that, you'll notice that people want to be around you a whole lot more. So if you want to be a little bit more social, more approachable, the funny thing is, I have that kind of like face, like my normal face is like, don't talk to me, but like, it's weird, people just come up and approach me and just talk to me and just start up conversations. It doesn't happen all the time. I'm just saying to you guys, like, this is going to be based off of work, or just like, you know, sometimes when I'm going to the store, just whatever it is, it's just random. You'll notice that people will just like want to interact with you. And there's studies actually done on this, that people that are more attractive, they actually become more successful based off of their appearance, which, you know, they get that higher position, people treat them a little bit better. And it's something that you kind of understand, like people will pedestalize you. So they'll put you up on a pedestal and they'll be like, oh, okay, you know, I'll treat this person this way. And then, you know, somebody that's not really, that they don't view as attractive, they'll treat them a little bit less. And it's just the way how the world works. People are really perceptive on the things that they see. They judge it, and then they evaluate it, and then they make a decision based off that. Which then again, like I said, like, people will judge you based off that cover, but you also got to have a good story within. So don't forget about that part, is having a good character, making sure you have a good personality, because a lot of people, they kind of lack that. They don't really know how to interact with other people, so it takes time to be social and all that. It takes time to work on it. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys understand today's video subject. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys on the next video.